We are about a month away from the Paul Bunyan Show down in Cambridge, Ohio, October 6th through the 8th. I will be down there October 7th, Saturday all day. I will also be down there Friday, October 6th, but I'm not sure I'll be at the show, but we will be having the Friday Night live stream from the Fairfield Inn down there, just like we did last year. Now, I wanted to quick mention this in the beginning here and remind you of the Paul Bunyan Show, and also tie this into, oh, that's right, Friday Night Live tomorrow night, the 200th episode, where you could win yourself, some tickets to the Paul Bunyan Show. So if you're planning on going to the Paul Bunyan Show, you want to stop on over to Friday Night Live tomorrow night, you might have a chance to win yourself a pair of tickets. I have all of these tickets here, courtesy of Bob Nelson from Metza Machines and Yappa Firewood Processors. I will also be giving a few of these tickets away at the Friday Night live stream down there in Cambridge, Ohio. So if you come to the live stream on Friday night, you could win yourself some tickets for the next day, Saturday or Sunday. Now, what I got going on here today in the wood yard, I'm just working on a few odds and ends. I know it's probably going to appear that I'm moving this wood around too much, handling it too much, touching it too much, but I had a pile here. We ran some of that big boiler wood in to the at the end of the Easton Maid here, so I wanted to just separate that out. I also had some recreational size split wood. For those of you that may not know and may be wondering, I have my personal burning stash that we heat our house and hot water with an outdoor wood boiler. So when we're splitting wood, we get bigger stuff, we get gnarly stuff, we split that down for boiler wood, we set that aside. And then I also have a little side hustle, little hobby, selling recreational firewood and some firewood during the winter months, heating and whatnot. So I just been separating it out, and I had the trailer in use, so I didn't run this stuff into the trailer. It's just run right here into a pile. And I just kind of found that it works best to just kind of separate this out, pull out the big stuff, take the other stuff over there to stack it, and then the slash and the crumbs and all of this just get kind of left behind, and it gets left behind just on top of wood chips. Some of this stuff, like this smaller slash, I will come through and pick up and then take that to the fire pit to burn. But yeah, I think it works out fine doing it this way. I don't know, like I said, some people will say that I'm handling the wood too much, but for me, it's just kind of like at the end of the day, come out here and it's just kind of like a little relaxation, a little therapy session. I don't mind coming out here and spending time separating it out, bringing it over here and putting it under my new little storage contraption. Let me show you this thing. So 2 years ago, my neighbor had this great big pallet that he got from where he works. And that pallet came with sides. So there was a couple different sides to it. A few of the ends of this pallet, it was like a great big box, great big crate. The ends I put up here on top of this little wood shelter to cover that. And the sides, I used 2 of the sides last year to make this little storage area. I just propped them up against the bank back there on the pallets, and then just threw a couple posts in here. Nothing is really screwed together. It's just all gravity, I guess. And this just keeps the snow, the leaves, the rain off of this wood. So what I did the other day was I had these pallets down here, and I took another sheet. This is another side panel, and it fit right into the slot of the pallet. So it's kind of held in place this way. It's not going to slide anymore. And then I just stuck these 2 posts underneath it, propped it up, and I have myself a nice little storage area. Yeah, it's a little redneck, I admit. Not ashamed to say that. But I think if I continue to just dump the big chunks of boiler wood in here and fill this up, the I'm gonna kind of jam a few pieces down in there to kind of support the middle here. But I think I'll get a good amount of wood just stored underneath there. And then I have one more of these that I'm gonna probably add on to this end and then continue and put some more wood right down here. So again, yes, it's a little redneck. It's a little, I don't know if you want to say hokey, but I had those panels and I wasn't, you know, my neighbor gave them to me. So I've got nothing into them. They've been sitting here now for 2 years. Yes, they're probably going to eventually rot out, but surprisingly, those two over there, last winter, you know, the snow sat on them and they got rained on all year long. They're still in fairly decent shape. So my thought process is, however long I get out of them for use before they rot away and fall apart, I'm just going to take advantage of it now and then eventually maybe build another little shelter like this one over here that I have my recreational wood in. And this stuff is all, I stack this in here and I do it in these rows so that, like this was from last year. So as I'm taking out this way, I just start refilling the other end. For me anyway, this is ideal because it keeps the rain off, it keeps the snow off, and it just keeps the wood looking nice and clean. I mean, look at this piece of wood, a year old, been sitting here a year, no discoloration from rain. I mean, look at that maple, just beautiful firewood. I gotta clean up a little bit more. The main reason I also wanted to clean this pile up was because I need to be able to drive in here to change out the wedge here on the Easton Made 37D. So I think I've got enough room now, but I might do one more bucket, stack that away. Then I can get in here, change out the 4-way, and get ready to split some more wood coming up here. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, if you want a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Paul Bunyan Show, October 6th, 7th, and 8th, down in Cambridge, Ohio. Stop on by Friday Night Live. We're gonna have a couple pair of tickets to give away. I'm also gonna be giving away a few other things. We're just gonna be having a good time, hanging out, celebrating the 200th consecutive Friday Night live stream. It's been quite a road to get here to number 200. And we were figuring it out last week how long that is. It's like a little over 3.5 years, I think. 3.5 years worth of Friday nights, hanging out, having a live stream. So stop on by, kick off the weekend, and take in number 200, episode 200, Friday Night Live. We'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.